Hi, welcome to my first daytime vlog. It's week 14, I believe. I'm not even sure at this point. We're near the end. It is Sunday. I have some time before I go to work, and I really wanted to do at least one daytime vlog for this journal series. Right now, I am actually in a mood. It is the Sunday before Thanksgiving, and my family just like stresses me out, pisses me off, irritates me, all the things. And I'm trying to remind myself, not to let that get to me, or not to get caught up in the family shit. I don't know. I don't know that I don't know how, but it's really hard. So there's that. It's funny because this, I don't want to say a psychic, but someone with gifts, had this conversation about my family, and they brought up this thing about when there's a new teacher and they're taking a new class on a field trip. Teacher has a new class, she takes them on a field trip, and the class is acting up on the bus or at the field trip, whatever, and the teacher gets aggravated because it's a new class, just kind of getting used to it. And he compared that to family. Well, first of all, he told me that I'm the teacher. That was a whole other conversation where we could talk about spirituality, but we're not here to do that. But it was just kind of like, they're new here. You're like someone who's been around for a long time, and this is just not like some third eye shit of witchiness. And so I'm trying to remind myself that everyone is doing their best. So, this week, yesterday, Saturday, my only Saturday client, my 13-year-old, I think I've mentioned here before because I had concerns about whether, she was going to be coming to therapy. Yesterday, her mother called to reschedule, and I was like, okay, we're going to be closed next week for the holiday, and so we can get you back in for December 3rd. She was like, actually, she hasn't really been wanting to go, and she's doing a lot better, and all this is in Spanish, and I'm flustered because I can't say what I want to say in Spanish because I just don't have the language at this point. And so I'm like, okay, can I speak to her? So I kind of talked to her, what's going on? And she's telling me she doesn't feel like she's ready, and I'm like, it's overwhelming, yeah. So we kind of agree. I'm like, I don't want you to do something you don't feel ready for. Thank you for telling me. And I told her, be honest with me. If you don't like something or it's not working for you, tell me. Don't feel like I'm gonna get mad at you or you're bad. So we pretty much agreed that we're gonna stop services, and I was disappointed. At the same time, I had a feeling this was coming because the mother was inconsistent bringing her, and just I don't know how to say, I could feel that it's not time yet. So that happened earlier in the week, actually. I had a meeting with our clinical manager and my supervisor, and we had a meeting about how they can support me in meeting deadlines. I was not meeting these clinical deadlines with documentation is just not my strong suit. And a lot of it was kind of plays into this whole I don't know, I think I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm questioning myself a ton, and I have to provide this diagnosis, and I'm like, I don't necessarily feel like this person needs a diagnosis slapped on them in the 4th session or the assessment. But the other systems we work in, and I need to practice with that, because unfortunately that's real life. So anyway, that was a whole thing. I appreciated that it wasn't like a punitive thing. It was like, how can we support you? So it was a really good conversation, and I think it really like got me to get like feel accountable, and I was thinking about that and how I lived this childhood where I was raising myself, and no one was ever keeping me accountable. And it's something I really struggle with, is keeping myself accountable. Like, I'll get shit done, but I won't be consistent with myself. I won't be disciplined with myself. That's a big word that like I don't have in my life, is discipline. I know how to survive, and that is not serving me anymore. So it's been a week, been crying, and just, you know, having all the realizations, and like, oh man, how has there been any growth when I'm like constantly pulling out weeds, and I just am like, where is the growth? Because all I can see are the weeds. So that's where I am right now. I am caught up though. So we had that talk on Thursday, and then that day I was like, okay, this is what I need. The conversation of support was very helpful, and we kind of like made a plan. So I got everything going. Saturday I was hella productive. The client canceled. I terminated her and wrote a discharge summary the same, like within the 2 hours that she had canceled. Very proud of myself, even though that's kind of like, but I'm trying to be gentle with myself, and I am learning, and I'm in a place where I've never had to be before. This is like different, and that's okay. So I will begin. Now I'm down to 3 clients, but my clinical manager is going to assign me 3 more, and that'll be helpful because our semester's ending, and that was like a lot to deal with, the working in the school and then the combined work in school at Prac. Yeah, so that's my update for Prac. My other client that I presented on, Andrea, every session I'm just like, the universe really wanted me to look at myself and like, here, you're learning. We are really all like teachers in this world, I think. So yeah, feel good about that. I feel a lot better about Prac, and I know I can do it. And I want to do it. I want to show myself and to show my supervisor, like, yes, I was picked because I belong here, and I know that first. So yeah, that's layout's been that, and this is going on way too long, so I will catch you in the next journal, I think. I'm not sure where we're ending. Anyway, have a good week. Congratulations, you're probably watching this and either nursing a baby or like dead tired, trying to like have some time before you gotta rush back and check. So yeah, congratulations. I cannot wait to meet this new little one. Till next time.